Welcome to another journey with calmness equals peace. Before we begin, find a comfortable place to sit or lie down and let the weight of the day melt away. Tonight, we drift down the Moonlit River, a tale of serenity and wonder, where the moonlight guides our path to peace. Let's begin. In the quiet solitude of the forest, where shadows stretch long and the air hums with the secrets of the night, the lantern keeper moves with purpose. Each evening, as dusk settles and the stars begin to shimmer, he walks the familiar paths that wind between ancient trees. Lanterns hang from their branches, their soft light casting gentle glows across the moss-covered earth. It is a ritual, this journey, a steady rhythm of peace, as the keeper tends to each lantern in its appointed place, ensuring their light flickers steadily, like the steady beat of a heart in the dark. But tonight is different. Among the many lanterns that sway gently in the breeze, one catches the keeper's attention. Its light is brighter, more radiant than the others, casting an ethereal glow that seems to shimmer like liquid silver. It calls to him, beckoning him with a pull he cannot explain, as if it holds a secret waiting to be discovered. With reverence, the keeper steps closer, drawn to the lantern as if it has waited just for him. The lantern keeper gazed into the soft glow of the lantern, its light flickering gently in his hands. As he peered into the warm, shimmering light, the world around him seemed to fade, and within the lantern's glow, he saw a vision unfolding. In the embrace of the evening's quiet, where the world seemed to hush, a solitary figure stood on the bank of a river, its waters glistening in the soft light of the full moon. The air was cool, filled with the fragrance of moss and distant blossoms. The river, a liquid mirror, stretched far into the horizon, a silver path carved through the night's stillness. Its current moved with a gentle whisper, as though it too was taking a moment to pause in the tranquility of the hour. The figure, a traveler of the night, stood at the river's edge, their silhouette blending with the shadows, watching as the waters glided past with serene grace. The moon hung above, bathing the earth below in its quiet glow, a quiet sentinel watching over the world. A soft sigh escaped the traveler's lips, a sigh that seemed to belong to the earth itself, exhaling into the vast open sky. The traveler's hands, worn with the traces of past journeys, cradled a small lantern, its light flickering gently in the breeze. The glow was warm, a contrast to the coolness of the night, but it felt as if the lantern held within it the promise of something greater, something more enduring than the passage of time. It was a light that spoke of paths unknown, of rivers yet to be crossed, and of journeys that carried within them more than just the traveler's footsteps. The boat was ready, a small, simple vessel, its wooden surface smooth from years of use, sat anchored nearby, waiting patiently for its occupant. With a gentle push, the boat slid into the river, the soft dip of the hull into the water sending ripples across the glassy surface. The traveler stepped in, their movements slow and deliberate, as though they were stepping into a dream. As the boat began its journey, the traveler let out a quiet breath, the night air filling their lungs with a sense of calm. The lantern's light cast long shadows upon the water, painting soft arcs of gold and amber that danced in rhythm with the ripples. Above, the moon's light shimmered across the water, as if the heavens themselves were reaching down to touch the earth. There was a sacred stillness here, a stillness that embraced the traveler and cradled them within its vastness. The river wound its way through a valley, its banks dotted with ancient trees whose gnarled branches reached toward the sky like silent sentinels. Their leaves rustled softly, creating a quiet symphony of sound that blended with the gentle lapping of the water against the boat. The traveler let their gaze drift over the trees, marveling at their age, their endurance through the passage of countless seasons. Each tree seemed to hold a secret, a memory of times long past, of days spent under the sun and nights spent beneath the stars. As the boat continued its journey, the traveler's thoughts began to slow, each moment drawing them deeper into the rhythm of the river. The world beyond the water, beyond the moonlit path, seemed to fade into the distance. The river, with its steady flow, had become a kind of meditation, a moving stillness that wrapped around the traveler like a soft blanket. Each ripple, each breath of wind, each gentle wave against the hull of the boat felt like a gentle reminder of the beauty that existed in the simple act of being. With each passing moment, the traveler's heart felt lighter, the burdens they had carried seeming to slip away into the current, where they were carried downstream, forgotten and unneeded. The cool breeze whispered through the trees, and the faint scent of jasmine lingered in the air, adding to the peace that settled over the traveler. The lantern's light, though small, seemed to grow brighter, its glow a beacon of quiet strength in the darkness. It was a light that spoke not of brightness or grandeur, but of the enduring presence of peace, of a quiet knowing that existed in the heart of all things. As the river twisted and turned, leading the boat deeper into the valley, the traveler felt a subtle shift in the air. The wind grew still, and the sounds of the night quieted, as though the earth itself had paused to listen. The river, too, seemed to slow its pace, as though it, too, had come to a moment of rest. Ahead, in the distance, the traveler could see a small island, a place where the water seemed to gather into a quiet cove. The boat drifted closer, its movements slow and gentle, as though guided by an unseen hand. The island, bathed in the moon's light, was a sanctuary of stillness, a place where the river's current softened and the air held a deep, quiet peace. The boat glided onto the shore, the soft scrape of the hull against the earth almost imperceptible. The travelers stepped out onto the island, their feet sinking slightly into the soft earth, grounding them in the quiet of the moment. The lantern's light flickered softly, casting long shadows across the island's sparse vegetation. Here there were no towering trees, no rushing waters, only stillness, only peace. The travelers stood for a moment, taking in the quiet beauty of the island. The sky above stretched endlessly, a blanket of stars that seemed to shimmer with ancient wisdom. The moon, now hanging higher in the sky, cast a gentle glow upon the earth, as if to remind the traveler that no matter where one journeyed, peace could always be found. It was not something that could be grasped or chased, but something that simply was, always present, always waiting to be noticed. The traveler took a deep breath, letting the cool air fill their lungs. It was a breath of renewal, a breath that seemed to settle deep into their soul. The weight of the world, the noise and chaos of days long past no longer mattered here. They were part of the river now, part of the flow of life, of the quiet rhythm that connected all things. There was no need to rush, no need to worry about the future or the past. All that mattered was this moment, the moonlit island, the soft whisper of the breeze, the gentle light of the lantern that glowed steadily in the night. The travelers smiled softly, a quiet joy blooming within their chest. They had found what they had been searching for all along. Not an answer or a destination, but a sense of belonging, a sense of peace that existed within and without. The journey, they realized, was not just the path they walked, but the stillness they carried with them in each step. As they sat upon the soft earth, the lantern placed gently beside them, they closed their eyes, letting the night wash over them. In this moment, there was nothing but the quiet peace of the river, the timeless beauty of the world, and the deep knowing that in stillness we find all that we need. The boat, now resting at the island's shore, would continue its journey tomorrow. But for tonight, the traveler was content, for in the moonlit glow of the river, they had discovered the true meaning of peace, not as a destination, but as a gentle, eternal presence that could be found in the stillness of the world, in the calm of the heart. And so, as the lantern flickered softly in the night, the traveler rested, their spirit cradled by the world's quiet embrace, like knowing that no matter where the river led them, they would always carry this peace within. And so, dear listener, may you too find peace in the stillness of the night, in the soft rhythm of your breath, in the gentle sway of the world around you. May the journey ahead be one of calm, of serenity, and of quiet, knowing that peace, like the river, is always flowing, waiting for you to step into its embrace.